issue.
No, I
But
wasn't
it's
having
so
any
good to have
network issue. Just thank you very much. I'm so glad to be in your midst too.
Yeah, you are welcome. Okay,
Thank you
like
very much.
this is Fact Factory, and it's a platform
Yes,
where we talk about different things. We talk about relationship, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about career, we talk about politics. The reason why you are on our show today. So we'll be talking about politics today.
okay.
So
I'm very glad.
first and foremost,
Okay.
we want to hear from you, Sanusi. I mean, how politics is like in Nigeria, like from the beginning and to where we are.
You see, good morning once again. My name is Sanusi Sadiq Abiodun, a graduate of Business Administration and Management Studies of Osun State Polytechnic Area. You see, this topic, politics is as old as man, like I say, because every politics, like everything, has its roots. But if we were to trace politics, it has it has to be traced back to the ages,
Mm,
the medieval times, like 15th century, 16th centuries. You see, politics in Africa has its own shape. The shape of politics in Africa is that there was a government, and every government has a dimension. For instance, before the coming of the European masters, the white men, the colonizers, before their coming that time, there used to be politics and a government system on ground,
mm,
which was mainly monarchy. That is,
okay.
everybody who is of a royal home becomes the king after the father is gone. But today, we are selling democracy to ourselves. The art of politics in the world today is mainly for democracy. But you see, this democracy, for instance, is not working. It's just like a dose of drug, which is not working the same way for everybody's system.
Mm,
When you go to China, for instance, when you ask them about politics, they will tell you we are not running democracy here. We are running communism, meaning every human resources belongs to the state. Every resource to the state.
owned and
No
controlled by
individual, no capitalist is yes, no individual, no capitalist is expected to run anything that can, that can make him or her derive too much profit at the expense of the whole or the rest of the populace. So that is the sense of politics to the Chinese person, to an average Chinese person. If you go to America, they will tell you, our politics is the system of the people, by the people, and for the people.
people. Hmm.
That is what it's supposed to be. But there's a political cause in Africa. And let me take Nigeria as a case study. You see, when we were, struggling for independence, mentally people were not ready for independence in this country.
Mm,
People were not ready. Yeah, this is an historical fact. People were not ready for independence because the system that has been manufactured in America does not suit our people.
mm,
Nobody told you in politics that there's something like there's no concept like vote buying in democracy, which was prepared and manufactured and sold to us from America. But here we're buying votes.
mhm,
See, politics in elsewhere is a system of government, but in the case of Nigeria, politics has been a weapon.
mm.
Politics has been a weapon in Nigeria. For instance, if you want to actually gain people, the trend is just that make them poor, make them hungry. When they suffer, an hungry man is an angry man. So the best way to be friends with someone who is hungry is to prepare bread for that person, right? So when you
Yes,
make
yes.
them suffer, want or need money, so the best thing with which you can buy them over, buy their terms or their votes over, is to just give them money.
Mm,
You give an amount to them, an amount which is not supposed to run for 4 hours for them to manage for 4 years.
mm.
So politics in Nigeria is just a weapon used by the leader to oppress the common man. You see, another weapon they use is that any nation of people,
Yeah.
if an oppressor wants to subdue any nation of people, what the first thing they commoditize is education. They make education so costly and expensive and unbearable or unaffordable to be gotten by a common man. When you don't, somebody said education is light. When you don't have education, then meaning you don't see.
Sure.
Then when you don't see, meaning you can't decide. When you
Sure.
can't decide, meaning you can't excel. So
Of
just like
course.
this, the way the system has made to be is just that the people has been crippled.
Hmm. I think we're having a network issue here. Hello? Oh, I think there's a network breakdown from Sanusi's end. Hello, Sanusi? Wow.
Wow, that has been an interesting section, I must
He,
confess. Who
honestly,
are
I think
crippled?
he's really, I think he's really having a network challenge from his
Mm,
end.
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. People are
Well,
crippled
I
now.
was even going to ask him. Yes, we run a kind of democratic system here in Nigeria. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you. Yeah,
Are
yeah.
we really running a democratic system? Oh, thank God you are back. I think you're having a network
Okay, yes.
issue there. I
Your
like
call just came in just to.
okay. Let's just go straight to Nigeria. We are actually running a
Mm-hmm.
democratic system of government in this part of the world. But in the real sense
Mm-hmm.
of it, are we really running a democratic system?
My answer will just be: you see, what we are running is not a democracy, it's not a system, and it's not even a government. It's just find another name to do it because see, when you say democracy, everything in democracy is being done in the interest of the people.
Of the people.
Everything starts and ends on the people. The
Mhm.
interest of every policies, every decisions, every plan and execution of the government are being done in the interest of the majority.
Yeah,
Now, CBN just increased VAT, value added tax. So if it were to be a very sane society, say okay, we are paying 4% before as VAT, and now we are paying 10% as VAT. There's an increase of 6%. Okay, if there's an increase in the lifestyle of people, there's an increase of road connection, good road network. If there is an increase in everything that is good to better or to ease the life of average human, nobody will complain.
sure.
But what we have now is just, it's not a system, because for you to call something a system,
Mm.
there are so many components that has to work in harmony. Different things will work towards the same destination before you can call a system.
Mhm.
The system, what we call a system is not a system.
Mm.
What we run in Nigeria is a disagreement. Because you see, yes, it's a disagreement, it's not a system. This is a disagreement. Yeah. You see, when we were in school, we were taught, okay, a government can be sectioned into three: it's the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Look what they're doing
Judiciary.
today.
Mm.
Yes, look what they're doing today. Even within the executives, there wasn't a system. We have no good executive system. The
Mm.
president, for instance, does not know the totality of everything that's happening within his own cabinet, the cabinet which he has, arranged himself
Mm.
at his own discretion. He knew not everything that is currently happening. And secondly, go to the legislatives. How many of these lawmakers actually read politics in school? How many of them actually read law in school? When have appointed a geographer to start making laws for you. What do you get? What do you get as a result?
Are you saying
You know,
it's a must for the lawmakers to actually study something relating to politics or government before they can? I think everybody has a background in government, if not in our institution, in government in our secondary school education. So, from what you just said now, are you really saying all lawmakers, everybody sitting in the house of the lawmakers are supposed to study politics. I mean, government politics in school before they can attend the seat.
you see, I'm not necessarily saying that. What I'm trying to say is that you see, leadership are of two opinions. Some believe that a leader can be made, and the other school of thought says, okay, leader is being born.
Mm-hmm.
Not every you don't have to run through politics formally, maybe in schools or in institutions before you are eligible to, contest. In this, I think in the constitution, there's no provision like that. But one
At
thing is that
all.
yes, but one thing is sacrosanct, which is the interest.
Mm-hmm.
We have more businessmen in politics now than leaders in politics.
You're right.
Yes, in a situation whereby you have to go and take loan of maybe 10 billion or something, it's normal now. It's normal. You have to go and take loans, to run for political offices, and you think, when you aspire, I mean, when you the first thing you have to do is just to block all your debts and your liabilities and your indebtedness. That's the first thing you do. Without it, because suffice, it's just the human nature of you will play out. Self survivor first.
Mm-hmm.
So
And the money that I've in this before
yes,
getting here,
now,
I have to pay my debts.
of course, self survivor first. That's what and secondly, the society itself is not even helping in the sense that but political office is now assumed to be a jackpot. Like how, in fact, when you be a government, you'll be a governor today, and you assume the seat of a state governor, you must never be poor again. That seat
When
is
you
a
have
prosperity seat, and that mentality is sickening.
hmm.
The society doesn't help with the precondition of our mind. We don't expect the governor to go broke again, even if that governor hasn't done any
And
business in his life other than running for political office. You understand?
you actually
No, even this. Yes, now the society finds at it like, will I be a governor? And after the whole thing, I will get broke again. Even the media will not even care. Not forgetting
mm-hmm.
that there are some leaders in other countries, the president, even in the great America, the president, you see, two-time president not having a house to call his own.
Hmm. Hmm.
Do you understand? But when
I
you
get
check
your
their name, their histories, their precedents, the work they've done, posterity speaks for them. You see them,
hmm.
you see the successive government being the one building home for them. Like, okay, these are past presidents. Let us just create something, maybe through mortgaging or something like that. But yeah, the first thing we look for, even the followership, the first thing they look for is that, okay, this person is now the governor. Let me go and check. Is he still living in the same house? Is he still
Hmm.
maintaining the same car? Not
Background
even
check.
thinking of or asking the question of, yes, your background check. Not even doing that. I was moving around Abuja sometimes last month. I was like, the road network was so good. I was like, what is bad? Is there any crime in having this kind of road network in every part of this country?
Mhm.
No, because in this country, in our democratic system in Nigeria, instead of counting achievement of our leaders, we are just counting days. Buhari will soon go. 2023 will soon come. So if another
We
will come
want
again,
another man in
say,
power.
let's count. You want another man. So in that sequence, and we
Hmm.
shouldn't even count our days. We should start counting our achievements. You see,
Hmm.
you see, you know. another problem is that the leaders we have in this country, 80% of them is not prepared to assume leadership. 80% of them is not prepared to assume leadership. For instance, how can you be so prepared to assume leadership and you think you can empower people, graduates in your community through the purchase of wheelbarrows or 50 pieces of big mama detergent or something? I think you're empowering them. You are just empowering their suffering.
That's it. That's it. Because there is no provision
That's
for
it. You are just empowering.
if you would empower them, put some
Yes.
things in place like electricity, put some things. There are so
Yes.
many graduates that have so many things that they can do aside being a corporate
Yes.
worker.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
That is just it. If you want to empower a person, let's take a married person for example. An average Nigerian man is married with 2 kids today. An average Nigerian man is married with 2 kids, for instance. If you want to empower a person, you don't have to give the person money or any cash incentive or anything like that. What you have to do is just create good road, stable electricity. When that person has to spend more, when that person has to spend less, then it saves more.
yeah, sure.
When it saves more, he invests more. When he invests more, when there's more investment, there is less job seekers in the market.
That is it. That is it. I thank you so much. We've really deliberated so much on politics from the beginning to where we are today. I think we
Yes.
need to talk about something else here. Just last week, there is a news flying everywhere about the peaceful protest that Sowore has, that the police guys, they try to stop them from, you know, protesting. What's your take on that? Because to me as a person, I feel these police guys, you have some of them that are even suffering, and it's just so obvious. What I might be wrong. What Sowore is saying or doing is just in the interest of the majority. Yeah, fine. We know truly that all these uh, all these politicians, what they want is they want to uh, get the mind of a majority, after which they get the seat, and they become their own god. They turn their back to the masses. But this guy is trying to fight in the interest of the majority, you understand? And here we have the police guys stopping the protest. I mean, it is a peaceful protest. Is there any section in the constitution that or any law against a peaceful protest? What's your take on that, please?
You see, let me say in Nigeria, we have no history of peaceful protest in Nigeria. Like I said, democracy was sold to us from America. Let's say, notably Abraham Lincoln. When you go back to that side of the world, you see they have a history of peaceful protest. During Malcolm X, when Malcolm X was assassinated, people like Martin Luther King continued. So when he was assassinated, people like Muhammad Ali continued. When he became aged and he could not even do anything, people like Tupac continued. So in that sequence, there have been people like that. So peaceful protest and disobedience has been from time. But come down to Nigeria, there's nothing like peaceful protest. You see, the credibility of the protest, number one, is questionable. Because sometimes you see protesters being paid beforehand. So just like you are hiring somebody to stage a protest and you already pay them for this protest. Protest has been monetized in Nigeria. It's not in a senior climb, it has been monetized. Some of the protesters that you see today don't even know the core reasons
Why
of
they
their
are
protest.
protesting?
They told us to, they don't know why they are protesting. And you see, protest is part of democracy. So to protest, even if you are the only person doing it, it is very correct according to the Constitution of Nigeria, 1999 as amended. It is very correct. But not everybody in this country, let me say 80% of Nigerians are not familiar with 20% of the content of the Constitution.
Hmm.
Yes, they are not familiar with the content of the Constitution. That is just it.
Hmm.
You can, you can raise a alarm. You can stage protest. You can, ventilate your feelings when you're not good about something or something of sort. When you're not good, you can tell people this is the way I feel. Tell your government this is the way I feel. Especially if
Hmm.
you have already, if you have voted for that government, you have the, legal license to talk,
Hmm. Thank you so much,
to protest.
Sanusi. I think
Yes.
we have to wrap it up here because we are really really running out of time. And trust me,
Okay.
I know we can't just end this year. We'll definitely have you again, probably next week, so that we can continue from where we stopped now. But to wrap it up, what can
Okay.
you say? I mean, what kind of advice do you have for the people in government, the so-called leaders, that can help, bring a kind of turnaround, a change in the system of government we run presently? Very quickly, please.
You see, like I will say, I have no advice to give to the government, but an advice to give to the youth.
Hmm.
Because the youngest continent in the world is Africa. Africa is being dominated by young people. If you are tired about something, there's a way to do it. Let's tell the government, let's make a change through our vote, our ballots. You know,
Hmm.
so if you can't tell or give advice to somebody who has been getting advice since 1960, has not even eaten to that advice, and you think that person will eat to an advice in 24 hours of an online arrangement like this.
Hmm.
But we should know what we want, and enforce what we want through our voting.
Hmm.
That is just it.
Okay.
We can't tell them to construct road. We can't start telling them to establish potable water or drinkable water. We can't start now. It has been started by our grandfathers, our ancestors, and we can't continue in the same vein.
Sure, sure, sure,
But
sure.
if the youth make it seems like power really belongs to the people, yes, the people in the government, when they fear the people out of government, that is when sanity comes in
All
the whole
right.
thing.
Thank you.
So the people
Thank
in government must fear the people out of government. That is
thank you so
it.
thank you so much, Sanusi. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you. And
Yeah, you're
we
welcome.
will call on you to take it up from where we stopped. So have a nice day.
Okay, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
guys, this is just the little we can have today. Definitely, we are still going to call on him. And very quickly, like this video, comment, share with friends and family. I remain Adedokun Ayo. Thank you.